Hello, my name is Krzeminska-Kaczynska. I am originally from Poland. I am founder and CEO of WorldLink Foundation. I am also the deputy head and a teacher at Open Future International School in Kraków, Poland. When you ask me about my favorite teacher, it's really hard to recall. I believe that education is built through relationship building, but many people have somehow influenced my choices. And I would like to go back maybe to the story that brings me to be a born teacher. I was born on the 1st of September at 7:15, which means in Poland that I am a born teacher because that was just before the first ring bell or bells in Polish schools. So this is how my story began.
Hello, teachers from around the world, and welcome to the legendary Educator podcast, the podcast for teachers where we discuss everything related to education. I'm your host, Mr. Ramos. If this is your first time tuning in, glad you could make it, and I hope you can check out past episodes and tune into future ones. If you're a returning listener, then bless your heart. I truly appreciate it, and so will your students. One of the great things about being a teacher is the opportunity for traveling and for cultural interaction with other schools and educators from different countries. I've been lucky enough to be part of several multicultural events during my time as a teacher, and the benefit I gained was truly priceless. If you haven't already done so, check out episode 6, live from Pompano Beach High School International Summit, to get an idea of what teachers said about their cultural experiences in education during this event. WorldLink Foundation takes cultural interaction to a whole other level. They create projects and opportunities for teachers and students to travel to other countries in order to get a fulfilling educational experience. Today, I speak with the founder of WorldLink Foundation, Mrs. Krzeminska-Kaczynska, as she tells me about her passion for education, the different projects she's working on through WorldLink Foundation, and her goals for the future. Before we begin, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any of the awesome upcoming episodes. It's a pleasure to be speaking with this legendary educator. Mrs. Anna, welcome.
Yeah.
Miss Anna.
Yes, please.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
It's so exciting to see you again. We met back in 2017 at the Pompano Beach International Summit of 2017, and that is when we were introduced to each other and to the international community. And it's amazing to see you again.
Great to see you back, especially in such a welcoming community when, all international global affairs actually come together where we can exchange information and we can build up the education back home. So thank you very much for having me.
Since then, you have started something that is phenomenal. And that is what I want you to sort of talk about, explain to us what exactly you're doing and the purpose of it.
Almost 5 years ago, I started WorldLink Foundation in Poland, but actually it brings people from all walks of life, from education. Mostly it is based, as I said, on relationship, because over there, it's not only me. What I'm doing, I am just collaborating and cooperating to create new global projects. So we do it at certain levels, okay? One level, for example, is going on at the moment. So we've got a year program. So students from all over the world, they meet once a month. We mostly start in October. And this is like 2-hour session each month. And we've got a variety of topics. The name of the program is Youth in VUCA World. So what we do, we provide the best trainers from different fields. Mindfulness in education, for example, information technology, public speaking virtually, because this is what at the moment actually we are doing.
Yeah, I was going to ask, are these meetings virtually or are they in person?
Yes, that is virtually guided, right? So everyone can come. And we do it in such a way also that the time zones, of course, work for everyone. So that is there as well. We add a little bit of, business management aspects, okay, because we believe, okay, that self-management, okay, with references to understanding the world around us, okay, is so important. So after a year, okay, the students are really, really well equipped, okay, also based on soft skills, actually, attachment. So that is there. Another platform that we also have are short visits. We call them study visits. We have partners in California, in Florida over here as well. We've got in India, in Nepal, and in European countries. So the students, individual ones, they come and they say, I would like to go, for example, to, let's say, California, right? I would like to experience American life for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, okay, and take part in any cultural event that happens at the moment. Mostly we give them exposure also to do the community service, so that is important for us, okay? And another...
Let me ask you this, for the community service, is this applicable for the IB as well? Because I know the IB has requirements, community service requirements. Is this feasible for the IB?
Yes, it's very, very important. As you mentioned, okay, diploma program within International Baccalaureate has a course that is called Creativity Activity Service. My students are not only, okay, within IB education, but also from the outside. But what happens, as you know, when you want to apply for university, especially abroad, like I mean, you know, any Europeans and also Americans, etc., you need to have your personal statement written. So you have to write your story, right? And it cannot be only based on academical actually achievements. So that is where we give the space. And when it comes to CAS, yes, okay, this is what we provide for our students, okay? They can get certain credits, okay? They can get the certificate that they've done the projects. When it comes to California, as I mentioned, okay, my coordinator over there, Ms. Adina Escarcega, she runs the Clay Cafe. So Clay Cafe is a very, very educational and also entertainment studio when she actually puts a lot of hands-on activities, right? So there is a big interaction also with the students, with high school students, and also with adults. So this is what the visiting students actually do to the community, and they really, really enjoy. Of course, they work on the level of English as well, levels up all the time. So that is there as well.
Is this open for any student internationally?
Yes, it's open for everyone who would like to join us, who would like to take advantage, who has also this belief that we build, okay, as I mentioned, okay, this trust, okay, to education through person to person. So this is also education through learning, okay, and leadership through doing. So that is there. And I'm so happy as well being here in Pompano Beach High School that the current principal, Ms. Lisa Spencer, is continuing this. Okay, Ms. Jill Samaru is doing an incredible job as well. Okay, to have this legacy, okay, to be implemented. And look what is happening in the moment. We've got 20 countries. We've got over 120 people, right, in person over here. So they are taking advantage of the fact that we were able to come here in person. So that is incredible. And I would like to add, okay, one more to what I've mentioned. Okay, as I said, we've got a year program, we've got the study visit, and we also organize the Edu Globe trips. So this year, this is very exciting. We are going to get ready for Australia. We would love to go to practice with Master Young Calligraphy Health System. So this is connected with, you know, keeping the balance. This is what we actually need at the moment. And we are going also to do community service at Master Young's actually center. And hopefully we will be able to visit a little bit of Australia, hopefully Sydney, Brisbane. So that is the plan. So keep the fingers crossed, because that's a big project. So this is one of the biggest projects, okay, when it comes to the edu trips, far trips from across Poland. And also here, students from any country, actually, you can sign up.
And if teachers want to be involved somehow, is there room for that?
Yes, from time to time, you know, depending on the needs, we also organize seminars for the teachers. So recently we did the one based on sharing the experience within the diploma program. So that was between a few countries. That happened actually virtually. And that was really incredible because, you know, the advanced, really workshops were shared by the teachers, for the teachers. And from India, from Poland, from the United States, we have a few students working in diploma program, actually schools. So that was really refreshing and saying, okay, what are you doing? Okay, what have you learned during the pandemic? How did you teach your kids, okay, to be effective, right? So that was there. And also teachers can be involved in our Edu Globe trips. So they can either bring the students and come with the students, okay, or by themselves just to sign up and say, okay, this is what I would like to experience. Why is it so? I always build, this is like my goal, right? I build my every single study trip, okay, by doing. So it is not only me organizing the program and saying, okay, this is what we are going to do from A to Z. I am preparing the students in advance, so more or less 2-3 months before we leave. They have online meetings where they are somehow explained about the culture. Okay, some interesting facts are being brought up, discussed, because the students have to do the research, participants as well. And then they are really, really prepared, okay, to go to the country, okay, to experience, and also they are asked to follow up, okay, with the reflection. Because I believe that stage is so important. You know how the life goes nowadays. We just jump from one thing to another, right? No. You need to step back a little bit, okay, to reflect, to see what works for me. So then you bring it actually up first for yourself and then for others. So that is there.
For the teachers or the students or the schools who want to participate, all this information and the links and the websites are going to be at the bottom in the information section. So, what's the point? Why are you doing all this? I mean, what's your motivation? What is behind all this? It's a huge project. It's a lot of hard work, and you're traveling, and you're going, and you're talking to people. You're building relationships, networking. It's a lot of work. Why? What's the point?
This is all for betterness of the youth of tomorrow. I call them sometimes leaders of tomorrow, but not leaders who are going to have only charisma and, an ego to be fulfilled. That's not the point, okay? I keep repeating what I have actually experienced and learned in the program that is called Leadership Advanced Program in Poland that was led by professors from Harvard University. And one of them said that the life is not about the change, but it's about coming home to yourself. So that coming home to yourself means, okay, that this is what drives me, okay? Doing better for the students, okay? Showing them the world, okay? Experiencing, and then, okay, seeing how they are going to open up and just enjoy their life.
And so give us an example of this. Like, how has this affected students or the youth or teenagers? How is this changing their personalities or their mindsets?
I will tell you about maybe one girl that was here. Her name is Olga Oracz. At the moment, she actually studies in Netherlands at Erasmus University. And what happened is that she spent here 3 or 4 weeks in Pompano Beach High School.
In Florida.
In Florida. And when she came back home, okay, she understood, okay, that this is not my community, for example, is a little bit passive, okay? But if I want to do something, okay, I need to just take a step forward, okay, and take it really, really into being. What she remembers from here is that she took that leadership of doing, okay, kindness, okay, every single person is so kind, welcoming, okay, and now what she's doing at the university, even though she's only the second year at the university. So since the first year, she jumped into being ambassador of her university, and she's training others in public communication, public speaking, and they also send her out to Singapore to represent the university.
Oh, wow.
So this is kind of one of a kind that the first year student is going. When they saw her experience, when they saw her personality, that everything works well, matches, this is authentic her actually drive, then they follow this.
And so when you're talking about the soft skills, it's the communication skills, it's a leadership, it's the care for your society or your community.
And also giving the word. If you say yes, make it happen. If you cannot make it happen, okay, say excuse
integrity.
Me. Yes, integrity, so important, okay? Be complete, okay? Don't play, okay, I will take this, I will take that. Try out. But also be fair, first of all, here in your mind and in your heart, then everything will happen. The second example I would like to also give, okay, on the basis of Pompano Beach High School, the student, okay, Tomasz Szusarczyk, he's studying at MIT. So that's the second year, right? When he came here, he was such a young boy, he was like 14 years old. And what he experienced over here, kindness, okay, understanding, hard work, but also exposure, okay, to many cultures, okay, brought him back to the United States.
Right.
So his path was, okay, he was doing extremely well in Poland, okay, he was taking part in math competition, science competition at the international level in high school. And then, okay, he decided, yes, he wants to actually go back and study at the best university over here, okay, to be among, okay, this culture and to move forward. And he feels really, really comfortably here. He actually is doing very, very well. And this experience from Pompano Beach High School, again, okay, he's always coming back to it and saying, this is what builds up my kind of confidence that I can make it. I can make it so far from home. You know, Poland and, you know, United States is quite far, okay? And this is what I would like to see in the students, okay? Another example, okay, that brings me to India. So the girl that we actually cooperated with within Indo-Polish Student Exchange, after many years, she found herself working for Indian company in Warsaw, in Poland. And after so many years, we have been in touch. We did, you know, many podcasts together, many workshops together, even though she was at the university. She is coming back to Poland, and what happens? She's got friends over there, right? So she talks with them. Then, okay, she, of course, is in touch with Foundation and myself. And this way, okay, she's even telling her parents, Mom, Dad, okay, even though I'm an adult, don't worry. I am going back to Poland, okay, I've got friends over there, okay, I have someone to rely on, and you don't have to worry. So the shrinking world, okay, happens.
Networking,
okay, that's right, through the people. And I think that is incredibly important. This is what we should be valued a lot. And, you know, this perspective, those testimonies, okay, that you can even hear at the moment, are life-changing. Then you can see the reason behind. Why are you doing this? This is the way. Someone, you know, brought me here. I need to also mention Julia Pawlowski. Okay. Maybe you remember her. She was the theater teacher over here in Poland, but we met in India.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we met back in India, okay? And then, okay, through Mr. Thomas, okay, she said, okay, we've got a vision, okay, to bring the whole world to Pompano Beach High School. So this is how everything started, okay, through person to person, as we keep saying, but this is the truth. And look how it has grown, but also, okay, you know, good always brings good.
Of course.
Right? So this is what happened. And in education, we need it. When we talk over here with principals, with teachers, right, from those 20 countries, we struggle a lot and mostly at the same level. Maybe from, you know, from school to school, okay, there are little changes, cultural, okay, administrative, etc. But generally, we've got
the obstacles are the same, the challenges are the same. Right?
Exactly. So this is what is crucial, and this is also the idea of my foundation, right? How to utilize the power and the experience, okay, of everyone that I know or come to my life and put them into the projects. One of the projects that was blow mining, I think also for me, since I am also a geographer for diploma program, we did a migration project. So that was created by Alison Daly in North Carolina, and she brought Poland and India together into one project. And the students in those international actually groups, they were working online within a month, doing the research on migration, on chosen case studies.
Right.
But everything was based on Gallup. I don't know if you know this Gallup test. So on their personality.
Right.
This is how we put them into the groups. So we've got the person who is good at analysis, the person who is a good thinker, right, researcher, blah, blah, blah. And then incredible projects came up into being, and they put them also into podcasts. So that path, okay, they were shocked, okay, that within 1 month, okay, they could make friends, they could make a very, very reliable actual research, plus the podcast, and many of them use this, okay, also as their strength, okay, in their personal statement for the university.
Right. Speaking of podcasts, one of the things that your foundation does is a podcast. Can you tell us about that?
Well, that was the first series actually. Okay, they have 9 episodes in it, so it is a kind of summary of my 14 years in education. It is based on all projects that I have done with Polish and international students. Each episode is devoted to a different country or cooperation of Poland and different country. So Poland, Nepal, India, United States, here in Florida, California, and Oman as well is on the list, right? So within United Nations. So over here, okay, we've got the students who present the educational path since they actually left the high school, university. Most of them are already professionals, okay, working across the world. So a very, very interesting conversation and innovative form, okay, for the teachers maybe to use back home is that it is led by professional, by my colleague, okay, Mr. John Allen, who is also the director of English theater back home in Kraków. And so he's a mentor, and we've got also the whole student, different students who also learn, okay, how to interview, how to be the good interviewer, okay, and this way how to learn from one another. So that is very interesting. I recommend to you.
What's the name of the podcast?
The Horizons of the Self.
The Horizons of the Self.
Yes.
Very cool.
So you can find it on the website as well.
And so each episode is basically a summary of a relationship with a different country. Right, so the students talk about their experiences, the outcomes of the trips, things like that.
That is one thing. Also, okay, they give a piece of advice to students who are a little bit shy, maybe they are not ready for this adventure. So they tell them, okay, how they manage to leave their comfort zone, okay, and go abroad and experience something incredible. So that is there.
WorldLink Foundation has been active for how many years?
Almost 5 years. Almost 5 years.
Right. In 5 more years, where do you see it?
You know what? I think that our projects will be growing, but that is so important for me that it is not about, okay, amount of people that we have who click, who follow our media. This is all about the quality project. So I always believe that right people come to my life, okay, that certain people at certain age that they need at certain moment in their lives, okay, whatever is needed for them, they find themselves, okay, and have the path, okay, to my foundation. And this is how I also work. Many projects that we do, you cannot see on the website, okay, because it is done, okay, individually. Many students and parents come to us, okay, even in very, very good schools across the world, and they say, can you just, help us, okay, to guide my kid? And what do? We just look at very, very individual kind of path and also from individual perspective to the student, and we try to help out. Okay, we guide them. What shall they do? To which country they could go? Okay, which community service they can do? Because through doing, they can learn the best, right? And I have to tell you that we've been very, very successful. We've got students who had some syndromes, for example, Asperger's syndrome, right? And they were in very, very good high school and they were struggling because the language of instruction was not fitting this person.
Right.
And the parents did not realize, okay, that they have this particular syndrome. Imagine you've got the teenager who is 14 years old.
Right.
And you cannot get along. So these parents come and say, okay, what else can I do? How can you help? And then, of course, it is not happening through me. I've got specialists who work on that, okay? So they guide them, okay? And then together we try to figure out what to do, how to open them up. Because, when it comes to, for example, the Asperger's syndrome, at the moment in many universities in Europe, you actually get a really, really great help. You can study at the university, you can get your personal support, and you can still get the best education ever.
Right.
Okay? Only the language of instruction must be different because your mind works differently.
Right.
So we had lots of students as well who, when they went to high school, they were not motivated, enough to study hard, right? So this way, what I'm trying to do with my colleagues, okay, is to find this inner drive. Why is it important to study? You don't have to have 5s on every single subject. That's not the point. But find something of your interest, right? What you like, where we can support you, okay? What parents can do as well. And this is also a very, very, a good point to say, okay, dear parents, build a relationship with the kids. You know, the foundation is at home, really. Okay,
Right.
no
Yes.
matter. Okay, if
100%.
if there is mommy and daddy at home, no matter if you divorce. Remember, this is everything in hands of adults. But the kid should be always the most important part of our life, since we have them because we love them. We should create them a positive environment, right? And always, whatever happens, okay? Of course, give the feedback, but don't criticize how many mistakes we have made right?
Yeah,
To
and
be where
are
we
making still every day
Yes,
as adults,
yes.
right?
So why are we so critical towards others? Okay?
Yes.
So, the worst is towards ourselves.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Right? But that is there. So this is what makes me proud of the foundation. And as I said, you won't see these projects, okay, in media, because this is very personal, okay? But this is what really, really makes my day when I see them successful. And this is the process, Sometimes very long, like 4 or 5 years, okay, overall, okay, to open up the student, okay, to give the perspective. But after that time, oh my gosh, okay, it's a privilege to watch. And also these students are coming back. They are helping out the foundation because they know that we are doing this from the bottom of our hearts and we believe in them, right? So this is how I build the foundation, okay? Through authenticity, through person to person, through, and I work also this way, that if they have trust in me, every single thing that we're going to do together, okay, will be really, really big, okay? But so I am not advertising my foundation, okay? As I mentioned, okay, they will find a path to us, okay, at the moment that they need. So that's the point.
If I want information or a list of the events and the programs that WorldLink organization offers, where would I go?
You can visit our website, so worldlink.pl, or you can visit also our Instagram, worldlinkpoland, okay, to follow us. So this is where we are.
I love what you're doing. I'm excited to see where this foundation goes every year. I'll be a part of it whenever you need me. Just give me a call. If you want to be a part of it, all the links are going to be in the information below. Thank you, Anna. And I will see you again at the next event.
Thank you so much. All the best and enjoy education.
Dear teacher, next time you get an opportunity to travel and experience a different culture or different education system in another country, take it. Sure, sometimes it's a little bit more work, but trust me, the experience is truly worth it. For more information about WorldLink Foundation, you can visit worldlink.pl or you can find all the links in the show notes. You can watch the full interview with Miss Anna on my YouTube channel, Legendary Educator. You can follow me on Instagram at Legendary Educator or get in touch with me at legendaryeducator.com. Don't forget to subscribe, like, leave a comment, or whatever the kids do these days. Next week, we'll have another legendary episode with a different legendary educator. Class is dismissed.